First of all, I'd like to give all honor and praise to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the great, mighty, revered God, the Most High God, who bestows loving kindness and possesses all things, who remembers the righteous deeds of the patriarchs, the Most High, slow of anger, great in kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, but who by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquities of fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation. The Most High's work is perfect for all his ways of justice, a God of faithfulness and without iniquity, just and right to see, baby see. Giving due respect and honor to a head in Israel, my father, chief of liaison, to the chief men, princes, brothers and sisters, I say unto the time of my forefathers, Shabbat Shalom. Great is the Lord, greatly to be praised. Most High, God of my fathers, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There's no God like our God. There is no God like our God. What God could come up with such holy laws, that covers every aspect in life. It covers every aspect in life. But we, being that we were born with this hedonistic mindset, we tend to bucket. We tend to what? Deny it. Yeah. We tend to I can't get the word out, man, but our spirit is not taken towards these laws. We are not accustomed to these laws. We have to train ourselves to love God, to love these laws. So by doing it constantly, habitually. Right. Now, by doing it habitually, now it will grow a part of you. That's right. The only time these laws is going to grow on us, you got to start doing it. That's right. You got to start doing it. Now, when you start doing it, you start to become accustomed to it. It starts to become a habit. You know, habits are formed or created or formed in just a matter of minutes. A matter of minutes. Just by doing something over and over, it could become a habit. It becomes habitual. But guess what? We tend to put ourselves before God, and we come up with excuses why we can't fulfill this law, that law. And when we come up with these excuses, guess what? God frowns at us. Right. Now God has frowned at us. Why God is going to frown? Why is God frowning at you? Because you done put yourself before God. Because you done came up with an excuse of why I cannot perform this law. I done came up with an excuse or opinion why I cannot do this. Only one thing my father said. He said, don't start something. Don't start it and stop. He looked, he said, yo, I started washing. He said, nah, don't start it. He said, don't wash. You know why? He said, because you're not going to be able to do it. You go to work. He said, you go to work. You got to recognize that. You're at work. He said, don't start it. You got to work. You got to pay bills. You got to do this. He said, don't start that. There are other uncleanliness laws that you can do besides washing when you touch a chair where a woman sat on. When you pick up a bug. Huh? When a woman is unclean, she come in contact with you, guess what? You're unclean, but you ain't got to wash no clothes. You ain't got to wash your flesh. You're just unclean until the evening. When I go to pick up certain bugs, I make sure no one's in the house and I come out of my clothes. Because if I pick up certain bugs then I got to wash my clothes. I don't have to wash my flesh. These are laws that we need to be up on. We have to get up on these laws. We have to get up on these laws because guess what? God is watching our ways. God done gave us laws, commandments, and statutes. We talk about God ain't guiding you. Who said God ain't guiding you? God is guiding every last one of us. You know what he guiding us with? This book. The book is the guide. The laws is the guide. But we're not taking heed to these guides. So therefore we can't progress. God is not going to go further with you. In order for God to go further with you, you have to show some type of determination in what God is showing you to do here first. You got to do this first, man, and show the determination to serve God here first. I've been slacking, and we have to realize that you've been slacking. I know laws that I've been slacking in. I said, I know laws that I have been slacking in. So a lot of times you got to ask yourself, why am I slacking and taking my time with God? Why am I taking my time with God? Why am I not pushing up on the laws that I know to be lawful and right by God? Vanity, pride. I said vanity and pride, and that's why God said, be courageous. If you think you don't need courage to fulfill these laws, then think second. Think again. You got to be courageous with this. You know why? Because most of us are vain. Most of us are vain. And I'm worried about how this person or that person is looking at me. I ain't worried about how God is looking at me. I ain't worried about if God is frowning at me for me coming out of my robe and my garment. How is God looking at me? Coming out of things that he delights in. This is what we got to look at, man. And these are things that's going to keep us in line with God and yourself. You're going to keep yourself in line. We have to maintain a certain mentality to fulfill these commandments. How will God think? That's the only thing that counts. What does God think? That's the only thing that counts. Should I say this? What would God think if I mention this? That's the only thing that counts.
Okay, brother. Hold on.
That's what counts. I'm not worried about you. And don't be worried about me.
Hold on, brother.
No, my only concern is to correct you.
Hold on, brother.
Your only concern is to correct me. And then we back to taking heed to ourselves.
Hold on, bro.
We back to taking heed to ourselves. This is a mission. We cannot keep waiting for Yom Kippur to pick up on fast.
I'm there.
No.
I'm there.
We can't keep waiting. We can't. We got too much sins on our backs.
Right, brother.
We have a lot of iniquities on our backs that is unanswered.
Right, brother.
I was reading in one of my lessons for tomorrow, guilt,
Yes, sir.
shame.
Yes, sir.
These are things that rise us.
Yes, sir.
These are things that's supposed to and only ride the godly.
Yes, sir.
They only ride the ones that have made a determination to serve God. You're going to be guilty, not you. You're going to be shamed, not him. Because we got two different paths, two different mindsets. I got to remain that way. And I got to keep a conscience on God. I got to. Because that's the only thing that's going to keep me alive. That's going to keep me going.
I have sinned.
I have trespassed. And it had profited me naught. I said, I have sinned. I had trespassed. And then it had profited me naught. He said, those that say that draws attention. One of the Psalms. What is that? Where is that at? I had it written right in my book. He said, I have sinned before thee, O Lord my God, and it had profited me naught. Somewhere in one of the Psalms it said, those the ones that say that, God got a special eye for him. You know why? Recognize. You have recognized that I have offended God, and it profited me nothing.
Thou art righteous in all.
That's only about you to sin.
But thou, O Lord, art righteous in all that thou hast done unto me.
Right.
Whatever God did to you, he's righteous.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's good.
That's right. That's right.
And when you look at things like that, when you look at things in that perspective, you don't stress nothing. Because you look at it and you say, God did it. Boom, 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 boom. This happened, God did it. Boom, 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 boom. God did it.
Look at Job.
He allowed the serpent to do what he did to Job. He couldn't touch him. I said not the serpent. I'm sorry, not the serpent. The adversary, Satan. We could be an adversary to each other.
That's right.
I said we can be an adversary to each other according to what I say and do to you. You could be my adversary. Now you done took on what? The characteristics of Satan. Those are his ways. Beguiling, tricking, lies. All these things are characteristics of this guy here.
That's right.
So God has built a wedge, a boundary of protection around Job. Why God built that boundary, that protection around Job? And not only was Job protected, God protected everything that was under him.
That's right.
Why? Because of his righteousness. He said, Job, eschewed evil.
That's right.
Eschewed evil means to turn away from evil.
That's how it started.
When things, which means to turn away from evil is something else. You know why? Because I can never get into emotional states.
Teaching me, brother.
I cannot get into an emotional state because that point in time, when I get into that emotional state, I'm not going to turn away from nothing. I'm going to react in an emotional state and sin by God.
You teaching me, brother.
I'm going to react in an emotional state and break the laws and the commandments of God. I'm going to react in an emotional state and I'm going to offend my brother. I'm going to react in an emotional state and I may offend my parents.
You teaching me, brother.
He said he looketh upon men, and if any say, he said he looketh upon men. Notice he ain't mentioned woman.
You teaching me, brother.
I said, notice God did not mention the woman. The woman is good as long as they stay underneath their husband. And they follow the order and the commands of their husband. God gonna charge the man.
That's right. Speak on it.
Don't worry about it, sisters. Y'all good. Y'all good. God ain't messing with y'all. It's these God-forsaken men. He said he's looking upon men. We started it. We turned the woman into whores. Not the woman. The woman ain't turned you into a whore. You went to her. You went to her and snatched her out of her father's house and they caught you in the field. The promiscuous started with the men. The women are more inclined on sticking with their husbands.
That's right. Speak on it, brother.
They're more inclined on sticking with their husbands. And then next thing, they gotta go get a lie detector test. The wife take the husband to the lie detector. Then she found out he been sleeping with whores, women all over the place, even men. Next thing, she can't believe it. She was faithful. This dude being promiscuous, sleeping sharing his royals all over the place, sharing his seed. We are unstable. We are reckless, man. It starts with the men, man. get this thing right so that everything else below us falls in line. Everything else will fall in line once we get it right. Because God charges the men.
That's right.
And if any say, I have sinned. Huh? Yeah, the brother said Maury. I was trying to think of Chief Abraham. Maury Popovich. Popovich. And if any say, I have sinned and perverted that which was right. Oh my God. We say this. This is something that we need to say. Listen, man, we got to say that. That's called recognizing. Huh? My father said that in every prayer. He said, yo, I say this in every prayer.
That's right.
Before he get off his knees, he make sure he mention that. And he mentioned that to God. He said he looking upon men, huh? Job 33. He looking upon men. And if any say, I have sinned.
Yeah.
I am at fault.
Yeah.
I am guilty.
Yeah.
Guilt brings remorse. I
Right.
say guilt brings remorse. Sorrowful. If you could tell if a person is remorseful. You could tell if the person is sorrowful. It will tell in his action and his speech. He's not going to be raunchy because I'm sorrowful for what I did to you.
That's right.
I'm remorseful for what I did to you. He said, I have sinned and perverted that which was right, and it had profited me none. He will deliver his soul from going into the pit, and his life shall see the light. You hear this? He said, I will deliver. The ones that say that, God said, I'm going to deliver you from going to the pit. Huh? But you can't mention that and don't put no works behind it. When you say when you mention these words and say certain things, you have to put work behind it. Leviticus chapter 19. We got to put work behind it, man. We too far gone. I said we are too far gone.
Speak on it, brother.
Too far gone, man. Tom Sheik, let's read
Leviticus chapter 19.
Leviticus chapter 19. Got it?
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel.
Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel. Read.
And say unto them, Ye shall be holy.
That's a command. God said, ye shall be holy. What's going to make you holy? What's going to make you holy? Laws, the commandments, his ways. We have to be distinguished, different from the others. We have to be different from the others. We can't be the same like them. We can't think like them. I can't walk like you. I can't do the same thing you do.
Ordinance of the heathen.
Following after the ordinance of the heathens. Following after the ways and the customs of these people that God hate and despise. God ain't all love, people. God don't love everybody. Some of us, God hates. Yes. I said some of us, even us that know of God, God hates us.
Break it down, brother.
You know why God hates us? Because we show hatred to God. We show God that we hate him. How do you show God that you hate God? By defiling his commandments, by profaning his commandments, by violation of the profanation of his name. So we show God that we hate him every time we sin presumptuously. Yeah, you gotta have the mindset of not to sin presumptuous. That's a godly mindset. That's a righteous mindset. What? I don't sin presumptuously. That's good words. You know why? Even though I do sin, I'm going to tell myself not to sin presumptuously. I'm not going to brainwash. Brainwash. I heard my brother always say to me, I don't sin presumptuously. I'm like, why you always say that? I said, man, this is a brainwash. I got to brainwash charge myself and rule that evil, that wickedness that I have in me, and tell myself I have to stop lying. I don't lie. I don't promise. Then that's what? It's going to show in your actions. You're going to start showing it. You're going to start showing it. And now you become more on point with yourself. You become like an antenna. You become sharp. We strengthen our spirit. We can strengthen our spirit, and we can weaken our spirit. Everything that we do with the works of our own hands. When we do things contrary to God, we weaken ourselves against the external forces. You know what's the external forces? The outside force. Everything that's outside of these walls is evil. It's wicked. So when we make our mind up to serve God, your trust got to be 1,000%. 1,000%. Make your mind up and serve God, man. Make your mind up. Make your mind up. Our minds got to be made up. Our minds are not made up. This is why we go in and out. We shift back and forth and fluctuate with God. Let's read.
You shall be holy.
Okay, ye shall be holy. What does holy mean? What does it mean to be holy? Some of us said we can't be holy today. I said, what does it mean to be holy? Transcendence, right? Saint. Holy means dedicated to the purpose to serve God. You done dedicated yourself to the service of God. You know what happens when you dedicate yourself to God? Nothing else matters in life. You see what you said? I don't want no job. I don't want nothing. I don't want to do nothing. I'm going to dedicate my life to serving God. That's it. God will provide for me. Set apart. Transcendence. Transcendence means what? Exceeding usual limits. You know what exceeding usual limits is? You know what surpassing the ordinary standards? You know what was the ordinary standards? Where I noticed with Israelites, we think all it takes for us is to show up on Shabbat and put some strings on our side and we okay. It takes more than that, man. I said it takes more than that to draw God's attention towards you. Okay? Exceptional. You know what exceptional is? You stand out.
Everybody do it except
this Israelite, this Hebrew stood out amongst all the Israelites. Stood out. To excel, to become better. Characterized by perfection and transcendence means a distinctive nature. So now what does set apart mean? Set apart means to hold different ways of thinking. If I am set apart, I think differently than you. Different ways of thinking and opinions. To make a distinction between, to make a separation, to show a separation, a distinction, to put a difference. And this is why it's very important to put on your robes and your garment. Yes, when you wear your robe and your garment, those be people say, those be the wickedest ones, but at least you got it on. The robe will corral that. See, listen, let me explain something to you.
Break it down, brother.
The robe is called a beged. Let's understand this. Beged is a garment or a robe, right? A garment. The root word for beged is bagad, means your treachery. Your beged covers the treachery that you have in you.
Yeah, man.
The treacherous things that I have within me, the garment corrals it.
Yeah, man.
It covers it. That's why certain things, certain brothers, when they act a certain way, you say, easy there. You have on a garment. Easy there. Don't act like that. You got on a robe. You're dressed in a certain manner that the behavior should not, it doesn't match. It doesn't match. When you dress in these robes and garments, there's a mannerism that comes with it. There's a behavior that comes with it. Okay? Tamshi.
Ye shall fear every man his
Ye
mother.
shall fear. Be afraid of God. I said, be afraid of God. Be afraid to stretch forth your hand and steal. Because I don't know how God gonna look at me if I stole. Be afraid to falsely accuse with no grounds or truth to back up your accusation. Be afraid to profane God's day. Be afraid to offend God. Be afraid to offend your mother. Be afraid to offend your parents, your father. Fear is what? Is an unpleasant emotion caused by your belief in God. So the only way, so your fear tells me how much, there you go.
Oh my goodness.
Your fear tells me how much you believe. The greater, the more you believe in God, the greater your fear becomes in God. Now, because your belief is great and high, your fear increases. Now I'm afraid. What I'm afraid to do, you will do it. I'm afraid to walk this way. You will walk that way. Why? Because my belief, I got more belief in God than you do. So the things that I'm afraid to do, you don't have no problem doing. You don't have no problem doing. We cannot increase our belief in God sinning presumptuously. Anytime we sin presumptuously, your belief decreases. You chop down, your belief in God decreases. Your fear for God decreases. Now I become more inclined to iniquity. Now I will become more inclined to sin because I keep weakening myself. I keep weakening myself. I keep weakening my spirit. You know, God has equipped us with certain things. God has equipped us with certain things to fight the evil that we have in us. Yeah, God equipped it. He said, what do you think that means when God said, rule your spirit? That's right. I have the ability to rule my spirit. And I have the deciding, I had the last decision or deciding factor of whether I'm going to do it or not. I'm in control. You know when I lose control? I lose control because I keep going against. So I'm never going to have control of myself. I will always give in to my own evil and wicked desires that I had in me. We were born with evil in us. We were born with wickedness in us, man. And our spirit is more inclined to those things. But God has left this book here so we can save ourselves from ourselves. That's right. Thomas.
Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Verse 4.
And keep my Shabbats. The word for keep is shamar, means to be on guard, to observe, to give heed. God also said to guard your spirit. That's right. Guard your spirit. Take heed to your spirit. Take heed to oneself. So we cannot guard our spirit or take heed to ourselves without guarding the things that God commanded us to do. That's right. We got to guard and be on point and take heed to what God commanded us to do so that by me keeping and fulfilling these laws, I strengthen myself. Now I can take heed to myself. Now I can take heed to myself and guard myself against the things that is unlawful.
Verse 4. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods.
Turn ye not unto idols. Nor what? Nor make to yourselves molten gods. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 4. The word for turn is panah. It means to direct your attention or mind towards or away from. To direct your attention or mind towards or away from,
Teach.
towards things that is ungodly.
Teach.
Huh? Once my minds begin to drift off into things that God don't accept, you're in a different zone. That's why it's so important to be on point with your mental, with what you think about and what comes here, because most of the time our minds have a tendency of drift off into things that God hates. And when my mind drifts off into things that God hates and despise, guess what? Those are forward thoughts. This is why we are so far away from God. This is why we so set apart. Forward thoughts separate from God.
That's right.
So watch the things that you think about.
That's right.
Watch the things that occupies the mind. Sin, iniquity begins here. I said, before you violate God, it comes to the mind first.
That's right.
This is where it starts. This is the beginning and the end. Right here. Right here. Okay? To change, go ahead, Tom Sheet.
Nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am the
Molten
Lord your
gods.
God.
The Hebrew word for molten gods is maseka. Maseka is a molten image. A molten image. Which means they call us barbaric.
Oh, tell me what.
I said they call us barbaric. But my forefather had to know the correct temperature to melt the gold down. Because if you put too much heat, you're going to burn it. You have to know the direct temperature to melt that gold down. Then they took that melted gold and poured it into a mold, a cast, a molten cast, which came out to be a molten calf, which was the god Apis. Okay? These are deities and idols that came from Egypt. And when they left Egypt after 430 years, they didn't leave off from those ways. They didn't leave off from those customs. They didn't leave off from those practices and traditions. When they left Egypt, they took all those ways and practices and traditions with them. It went with them. So every now and then they will double back into idolatry, the anger of God. Wonder why these people, these are the same people that murmured, that complained, gathered up stones. They wasn't right from the jump. They wasn't right from the jump. This is why their path went the way it went.
That's what I went the way it went.
Their path went the way it went. Because they wasn't right, man. You have to ask yourself, why am I moving this way when I know that this is not right by God? What is causing me to walk this way? We don't ask ourselves that. What is causing me to think like this? What is causing me to walk like this? What's causing me to do this? What did I do in my past that denotes this type of moves, denotes and shows this type of actions? Now you got to do some self-reflecting. What did I do? Because there's something that you did in your past that's causing me to turn towards these evil and atrocious ways that God hates. Okay, go ahead, read. Where we at? Verse 5?
Verse
Leviticus
5.
chapter 19, verse 5.
And if you offer a sacrifice of peace offering,
And if you offer a sacrifice of peace offering, the peace offering is to regain the favor of God. I said the peace offering is to regain the favor of God. But we can't give up no more peace offerings because we don't have no more Kohens.
Okay.
Why we keep looking at people calling them Kohens?
So who not a Kohen?
There's no Kohens. There's no high priest. You can't be, what's the word? Not anointed and consecrated and appointed. You no.
I don't know how they come up with it.
Anointing oil.
Because in order to be a priest, you got to go through the consecration.
That's right.
And if you didn't go through that consecration, anybody can't do that consecration.
God picks that
A
man.
holy man got to do that consecration,
God picks that man.
who was handpicked by God,
Appointed by God.
appointed by God.
That's right.
So there's no consecration going on. There is no temple. These places that we gather at are gatherings.
God's name is not there.
The only temple that we had was in Jerusalem, and it was destroyed. God allowed it to get ramshacked because of us, because of our iniquities. It's because of the men why everything is gone, is in shambles right now. I said we are the reasons why. So I don't have no time for my head to be above the clouds.
Right.
That's right.
I don't got no time for that. I got to be steady self-reflecting. I have to be steady self-reflecting on myself, watching myself. Why? Because I'm trying to be better. I want to be better before God so that I can be accepted before God also. I don't want God frowning at me. I don't want God angry with me. A peace offering. Read that verse over.
And if he offer a sacrifice of peace offerings
offering
unto the Lord, ye shall offer it at your own will.
Ye shall offer it at your own will. Lirazon. Know what it means? Razon. Offer it at your own will. It also means to be accepted. Offer it so that God can accept it. Right? So if we don't use our free will to do God's will, I said that's the key. That's the sacrifice. I said the sacrifice for God is to use your free will to accomplish God's will. My free will is to go here and go there and go here and go there. Guess what? I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit home and fast and bust. That's the sacrifice. I said use your free will to do God's will. Other than that, it won't be accepted. You cannot do the law your way because it won't be accepted. Huh? That's how sin lies at the door. Doing things your way. Doing things how you want to do it. Huh? Sin lies at the door. At the entrance. At the petak. At the opening. You know what you said? The opening is the breach. Once you have the breach, now sin is able to enter. But if I ain't got no breach in my spirit, if I don't have no opening in my spirit, and this opening and this breach can only be seen by God. God see the breach. I said, God see the opening. So sin continue to come to my mind. Keep bothering me and harassing me, drive me out of my mind. And then I keep being a sucker for sin. I keep giving in. I keep giving in because it's my own evil desires that I'm giving into. I said, when sin come to you, he don't pick anything to use to get you. Sin knows you. And sin knows what you are inclined towards, what you like. So the same sin that I lean towards comes to my mind to wreck me. And then it gets advanced. I said the sin that comes to our mind, it advances and starts to metastasize. I give into that, guess what? The sin becomes greater. Little by little. Next thing you end up like we destroying ourselves, man. We are destroying ourselves. We destroying ourselves, man. Notice that you get worse and worse and worse every time. The same way there's levels in righteousness, There's levels in wickedness.
Yeah.
There's levels in wickedness. Let's read.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 6. It shall be eaten the same day you offer
The
it,
same day you offer
and
it.
on the morrow.
And on the morrow.
And if aught remain until the third
And
day,
if any remain until the third day,
it shall be burnt in the fire.
it shall be burnt in the fire. Read.
And if it be eaten at all on the third day, it is abominable.
It's abominable.
It shall not be accepted.
You can't eat it on the third day. First and the second day is okay. The third day, I gotta burn it.
It becomes abominable.
I gotta burn it. Abominable is anything that is detestable by God. God hated.
That's right.
God hated.
Abomination.
Notice that every time we do something that God hates, God hates you.
You become abominable.
You become abominable. You become detestable in the eyes of God. Go ahead, read.
Therefore, everyone that eateth it shall bear his iniquity,
Uh-huh.
because he hath profaned the hallowed thing of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
He has profaned the hallowed thing of God. Right? And that soul, what verse is that?
At the end of 8. And
Uh-huh.
that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
Uh-oh. And that soul shall be cut off. Nikrita.
Uh-oh.
When we do certain things in life,
Uh-oh.
we cause ourselves to be estranged from God.
That's right.
We cause ourselves to be alienated from God. Listen, man. Listen, people. When we violate certain laws, we cut ourselves off from God, man.
That's right.
Get out of the dream world.
Right.
Get into reality, man. Start reading the book and learn these laws. Learn the things that God said so that we can get ourselves out of this cut off state of mind. We sit down here and teach us, but yet we're cut off. Because then we limit ourselves in righteousness and we can't surpass. We can't move up. We can't escalate. We can't excel. We can't be better because we don't cut ourselves off with God. Because you keep balding your head. This one keep eating blood and fat. This one over here want to continue to sacrifice. This one over here keep doing this over here. We all in the same boat, man. This ain't no competition. I'm trying to get the same way place you're trying to get to, which is righteousness. I got the same goal as you got. And whenever you're weakened, it's my job to pick you up. Not to dump down you and speak about it. And when I'm weakened, come pick me up too, because I ain't strong. I'm not strong in everything. Sometimes I need a little pickup. Sometimes I need somebody, a little shoulder to hold on. Because my spirit get crushed too and burdened down with stress about life, period. So my spirit get heavy. But our job is to pick each other up, man, in righteousness, man. When you come up short at, I ain't got to embarrass you. I'll pull you to the side. Hey, brother, man, let me show you something in the book, brother. It's not right to continue to bow your head. God said, don't pop, 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 pop. I'm not going to say this in front of everybody to embarrass you. I'll pull you to the side because I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I don't know how you're going to take it. And in all those things, I'm considering you on how you going to feel if I did that. So I'll pull you to the side and say, yo, let me holler at you, bro. Let me holler at you. Yo, man, you shouldn't be doing this. Bah, 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 bah. The Lord said, da, 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 da. You recognize it? Boom, we shake hands. Let's push forward. That's what this is about, man. Let's read.
Verse 9.
Verse 9.
And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not wholly.
Wait, hold up. You missed something. Verse 8. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 8.
Therefore, everyone that eateth it shall bear his iniquity.
Therefore, everyone that eat what? The peace offering on the third day that God said was abominable. He said, he shall bear what?
Therefore, everyone that eateth it shall bear his iniquity.
Shall bear his iniquity.
Because he hath profaned the hallowed
Because
things
he
of the
hath
Lord.
profaned the hallowed things of God. The word for bear is not sa. It means to hold in the mind.
Ooh.
Huh? To hold in the mind. Now you see why you bear grudges. Now you see why you can't let certain things go. We cause all this. Listen, when we violate the law, guess what happens? It's a domino effect. When we violate this, it opens up this door. Then we keep opening that, another door open up. And then we gradually increase in wickedness and violations of God. We open up these doors and these avenues by not stopping, by not drawing the line. He said to hold in the mind, to accept. He said you should to bear iniquity. You will begin to accept the things that is ungodly. To be directed or guided towards iniquity. The word iniquity is our own. Iniquity is the inner act of willfulness against God. I said iniquity is the inner act. You know what inner act? Inside of you. Your insides. The evil that you have in you. Is the inner act of willfulness against God. Wickedness stems from a Greek word called anomos. Wickedness. Anomos means departing from the law, without law, transgresses, not subjected to God's law. Iniquity is a type of sin that involves a conscious decision to hurt someone or rebel against God. It's a conscious decision. You knew better. That's right. A conscious decision means you knew better. But I just decided to do what I wanted to do. What appeases me. What appeases me. Let's read.
If that soul shall be cut off from among his people. Verse 9.
Verse 9.
And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not hold.
No, I'm sorry. Hold that right there. Okay. Profane. Stay at verse 9. I got a lot more. Profane. The Hebrew word for profane is hilel. It means to make common. To make common, to pollute, to defile, to desecrate, to make anything that is common is worldly things. Right? Regular. Okay? The Hebrew word for cut off is nikita. It means to be alienated, to be estranged, to betray, or to deny. So when you are alienated from God, causing you to experience or inducing feelings to isolate yourself, to refrain and stay away. You're keeping yourself away. Okay? God does stir up these feelings within you to keep you away, keep yourself away, causing someone to become unsympathetic against the things the godly has sympathy for. So now you become hostile against the things God has sympathy for. You're against them. No, sympathetic is when you lack sympathy, a feeling of sadness on behalf of someone else. I said a feeling of sadness on behalf of somebody else. Do we see the work that we need to put in? Jonah felt sorry, felt sympathetic, felt sympathy for the God. When you are able to have sympathy for God, you there. That's when you know you're there. A plant, a leaf. The leaf got ate off, and he felt bad for the leaf, for the gourd. Come on, man. God had to go and he said, man, I did that. Don't worry about that. He said, you want to feel sorry for the gourd, and you don't think I should feel sorry for these people? You don't think I should deliver these people? What that mean? If I feel sorry, I can't be choosy with what I want to feel sorry for. If you're sympathetic, you're sympathetic. You feel sorry for everything. It's natural. Those are godly attributes. Those are godly characteristics. That's why sometimes God got to step in and say, hey, he said, stop crying. Told Samuel, stop crying for Saul. The angel turned to Ezra and said, man, stop crying and worrying about these people. But those are regular, human, godly characteristics. I'm supposed to feel for you. Even though you messing up and you evil and you wicked, I'm still feeling for you.
It's a godly trait.
Those are godly traits. Godly traits. Godly traits, man. To be estranged. Consequences of your sinful actions. We are separated from God, which is going to cause you to lack knowledge of God. And that's going to bring about evil actions. To turn your feelings away from God by breaking a bond of loyalty. To break that bond of loyalty. Antagonistic is a feeling of opposition to go against God. To betray is unfaithfulness to God. Failure to repent and acknowledge. What verse we at? Verse 9, right?
Verse 9.
Come see.
When you reap the harvest of your land, that's when I wholly reap the corners of thy field.
When you reap the harvest of your land. You know what reap means? Quizul. It means to cause to be insufficient. We could do that. I don't have no fields. But if I have this godly mindset, and we're all living in here in this house, then when I go in the kitchen to get some cereal, I'm not going to take everything. I'm going to take some and leave some for somebody else. That's called consideration. I'm not going to glean and eat the whole box of cereal. Sometimes when I go in there, it's only enough for one. I don't take it. I leave somebody else take it. I let somebody else take it. Well, it wasn't enough. I let somebody else take it. I don't want it. I'm starved.
That's righteous.
I'm serious. I'm starved.
That's righteous.
Because it's been done in here before already.
That's righteous.
Not with you now. You mess around. I'm eating everything. But I'm just trying to show you. I'm just trying to show you. She look at me and say, I'm greedy. Eat everything. Stop laughing, man. Let's read. I'm just showing you the mindset that we need to have, man.
That's righteous.
We need to have that mindset.
It's a righteous mindset.
To reap means to cause to be insufficient. Right? Go ahead. Reap the harvest of your land.
Thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field. Neither shalt thou gather the
gleanings. Shalt thou gather the gleanings. The gleaning meaning what? To gather grain or other produce left by the reapers. So when the reapers go in to take what they got to take in the field, they don't take everything. They leave some there. The ones that come to take don't go back and clean everything because you got to leave some back for the fatherless. You got to think of who's coming behind me. Who's coming behind me? Who's going to want this? Right? Produce left behind the reapers. It was a way to supply for the poor, stranger, and fatherless. Time sheet.
Verse 10. Thou shalt not glean thy vineyard. Neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall not steal.
Ye shall not steal. When you steal, you don't consider the other person you're stealing from.
No.
You don't consider the other person you're stealing from. The other, left me without. You didn't leave me with nothing. Now I'm lacking. I'm lacking.
Neither deal falsely.
Neither deal falsely. When you intentionally trick someone else knowingly by giving false information. When you give false information, that's dealing falsely. You have to deal in truth, man. Deal in truth, even if it's condemning yourself.
Even if you take a loss.
Even if that's right.
Inconvenience you.
That's right. Tom, see.
Neither lie one to another.
Tom, see?
Verse 12.
Verse 12.
And ye shall not swear by my name falsely.
Ye shall not swear by my name falsely.
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God.
Okay. That's verse 12, right?
Verse
And
12,
ye shall not swear. Well, tishabu, swear. You shall not swear. Bishmi means my name. Shem, Shimi is my name. Bishmi, right? Let la shakwe, falsely, or to a lie, where kilalta, profane, et Shem, Eloheka, Ani, El Shaddai. Huh? So, when I swear using God's name, when I swear using the name of God, and what I'm swearing to is not right. We have a tendency to swear for everything. Man, I swear to God, I swear. Well, what's wrong with you? Why we swear so much? No, our forefathers ain't swear like that. God told us what to swear for.
He told us to swear for us.
I said, God told us what to swear for.
Only for what's in that book.
Only for what that's it. We didn't swear like that. Most of us, a lot of us swear and be lying. I said a lot of us swear and lie. But guess what? I believe you because you use God's name, but now it's in the hands of God now.
I believed you before you did that.
Now it's in the hands of God because you don't use God's name falsely. Tom, see?
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God.
What verse we at?
Bottom of 12.
Tom, see?
I am the Lord. Verse 13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor.
Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor. Defraud, to obtain money from someone by deception, by scams, to extort, means to obtain by force, threats, or other unfair means. Covers everything. We can't defraud and we can't extort. We can't obtain and gain things in deceptions. Go ahead, read. Being deceptive, read.
The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Okay, so if I have a business and I have a worker that's working, right? God said, these are the laws of God, that I must pay you at the end of the day. If I have a business, I'm sorry, but you're getting paid every day. I'm not holding your payment at the end of the week. God did not say that we need to follow the government and pay our workers weekly. I ain't got to do that. Do we know how God look at us when we do these things? We really don't know. We really don't know how God look at us. You got a business and you're paying the man bi-weekly. Paying the man weekly. Paying this person monthly. I'm not doing that. If I'm not able to pay you at the end of the day, I guess I'm going to have no workers. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking no chances. Our job is not to take chances with our lives. Every time we do something contrary from what the book says, we are taking chances with our lives. And we become more distant from God. And then we tell ourselves that God loves us. But we continue to violate these specific and holy laws that is in this book. You're sick. How is God going to love you if you continue to sin presumptuously? Why? We keep telling these people that. I seen a sister with a dress on, and the fringes is in the middle of her dress. Come on, man. That's not nothing. That's not, Joe. It's not even funny. God said to put it on corners. There's no corners here. You got the fringes up here. Make corners and put the fringes on and do it correctly the way God said so that it can be accepted. Every time we do things contrary from his laws, we think we're doing it right, it's not accepted. God don't accept it. Why? Because we're not doing it according to the accepted standards that God set. Petil tekelet. Hebrew scholars, petil tekelet means what? A thread of blue. Why Israelites keep wearing blue fringes? It's very simple. Simple as that. But we put on blue fringes. And guess what? You will see the brother with blue fringes and don't say nothing. And you won't say nothing. Guess what? You got it on. You might as well put some blue fringes on too. The tilted color is a thread of blue. I don't know. And then when you warn these people and you tell them, they get angry.
Yeah.
They get angry. Why are you angry? It's my job to teach the people according to the laws of the commandments of God.
Yeah.
It's my job, it's your job, it's our job to teach each other and show each other where we are going wrong at with God.
Nobody wants to be corrected.
But nobody wants to be corrected. Correction, in the Proverbs said, correction is in the path of life. That's in the way of life. The only way I'm gonna learn this or get these things right, I gotta accept correction.
That's who love life.
Huh?
That's who love life.
That's it. You gotta accept correction, man. Let's read it.
Thou shalt not curse the death.
Thou shalt not what?
Curse the death.
Thou shalt not curse the devil. We are heartless people. The man deaf, and you're cursing them, you're talking bad about it, you're making fun. What's wrong with us? Why we do things like that? That's evil. That's evil and that's wicked. Evil and wicked. Blind man walking down the street, everybody continue walking around their business. Walking around their business. So one day I'm going to the store. The man lived like a block and a half away. He walking, trying to find his way home. I had to stop what I'm doing and grab him by his arm and say, come on, brother, where you want to go? I want to go. He told me we're going to walk him home. We got to have a heart for these things. He ain't no Israelite and he ain't no Hebrew, but I still can have a heart for him. He's blind.
That's right.
For crying out loud, man. Oh, he ain't Israel. He's blind. At that point in time, whether he's Israel or not, don't matter. He's blind. That's why God said defend the main. I'm going to defend the main, whether he's Israelite or not. Dude walking around and stump, no leg and one arm, and getting jumped and beat up, I'm stepping in. You know why? Because God said those are the people you need to defend.
That's right.
He said defend the main, and I will give you first place in my resurrection.
That's right.
These are certain things that God requires us to stand up for. There's certain things that God requires us to stand up for. Let's read.
Nor put a stumbling block before the blind.
What is a stumbling block? The Hebrew word for stumbling block is a mikshol. A mikshol is a stumbling block. A mikshol means what? To cause you to fall into waywardness or into sin. What is waywardness? Waywardness is when you do what you want, disregarding the pleasure of God. When you do what you want, you know what, God, I'm tired of these lots. Cut it off. You know what's the stumbling block? You are your own stumbling block.
Trip yourself.
I said we are our own stumbling block. I don't know when we're going to get it. I said we are our own stumbling block. We disregard what God desires. We disregard what God wants. Can't serve God being selfish. Can't. Tom C.
He shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the
He shall
person.
do no unrighteousness in judgment. The Hebrew word for unrighteousness is awel. Awel means injustice. Injustice means lack of fairness. Huh? I said lack of fairness. When I am not fair. Huh? Fairness means to be impartial. Huh? No favoritism or discrimination. God discriminates against sin. God do not discriminate against your complexion, against your color.
Say it again.
God don't care about color.
Say it again.
This is a black nation. Stop telling the people that this is a black nation. It's not about that. It's about who has the determination or wants to serve God. You got a heart and you got a concern and you want to serve God, come on in. You could be purple. Come on in. You're accepted. That's why the boy said, I'm going to be a God for all people in the world to come. Later on, first, God was choosy. Yeah. I said, God was choosy in the beginning. I went into covenant with your forefathers, Abraham. And because of that covenant, I took his seed to myself. And God gave the nation of Israel strict commands. He said, I need you to romp. I need you to romp through the earth. Destroy this nation. Wipe this one out. 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 Don't bring nothing back. Wipe them all out.
Direct orders.
Direct orders. We didn't listen to God. The first thing that had us bugging was their woman. The first thing that have us bugging is the woman. Yeah, we want a modest woman. I want a woman with long skirts. I want a woman to be covered up. But when I'm outside, my head turns at everything else other than the modest woman. I'm looking at the boom boom shorts. I'm looking at this over here. When I'm supposed to frown on those things. We're supposed to frown at that. That's not cute in the eyes of God. It ain't supposed to be cute in your eyes. But we are still inclined to those things. And you got the modest woman right in front of you. But I'm everywhere else. We twisted. We are twisted. Time sheet.
You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty.
No, honor the person of the mighty. No, don't be partial. What verse is that? 15? Yeah.
15.
He say, he shall do no injustice in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Come, see.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer.
As a talebearer. A talebearer is a slanderer. A slanderer means what? Person that slander gives false oral statement that damage a person's reputation. False accusations shows hatred. I said a false accusation denotes hatred. So when I falsely accuse you, the book said you hate me. Remember in Deuteronomy 22?
Yeah.
When he falsely accused this daughter of Israel of sleeping around, of being a whore. He said, when I went into her, I found her not a maid. She wasn't a virgin. If you was not a virgin, you was either married or a widow. I ain't read about a divorce case. I said you was either married or a widow. If you ain't had that virginity, that hymen, then that means you were sleeping around. That's why, remember with Tamar. Remember Tamar?
Yeah. Yeah.
The sister, Amnon, her own brother raped her.
Yeah.
And he told her, Amnon raped his sister. So after he kicked her out, you know what she said to him? She said, what you doing to me is worse. She said, you already took it. I belong to you.
Yeah, I belong to you. Yeah. You gotta keep
But
me.
before that, she said, my brother, do not so wickedly. She said, you go to my father will give me to you.
Don't do it like this.
You see the morals,
Yeah.
the morals of the woman.
High standards.
They are not gonna give themselves to you without their father giving you them. They ain't gonna do that.
Right.
In the Hebrew, it states that Dinah got raped. Shechem snatched her, went into her.
That's right.
People ask why she didn't leave. For what?
You got
This
it.
dude done took it already.
That's how the woman. That's the mindset of women.
That is the mindset of every woman in the
All
book.
women.
Once a man penetrates them, she ain't looking nowhere else.
Right.
She don't got eyes for nobody else.
You took it.
Because you done took it.
You gotta keep me.
So she
That's
stayed there.
That's right.
Until Levi and Simeon ransacked that whole city,
They don't read
dealing with my sister like a whore.
Nah,
Not my sister.
wasn't acceptable.
Wasn't acceptable, and they ain't stand for it.
Wasn't tight.
God put the fear of every nation.
Uh-huh.
It was just 12 sons. But God put the dread on these people. Stay away from him. Stay away from those 12 men. Those men, and they went to war.
There was no retaliation.
They went to war. They read in the book. They went out. Paul, he said, I took certain. That's right. He said, I took certain things from my bow. It was the Psalms. Psalms? Yeah, they went out. And in Genesis, they went out, man. Just wasn't recorded. But those 12 sons wasn't no joke.
Yeah.
You see the characteristics of them.
Ravenous as a wolf.
Ravenous as a wolf.
A true cat.
Yeah.
True coming.
Those boys wasn't no joke.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Those are called the patriots.
Instruments of
Yeah.
cruelty.
The patriots.
Yeah.
Talking about those 12 sons.
Trendsetters.
The beginning of a nation came out of those 12 boys, man.
That's right. That's right.
The beginning of a nation came out of those 12
There's
boys.
a father of those tribes. That's right.
Come on, man.
That's right.
Let's read.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
Uh-huh.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. So let me explain how you stand against the blood of your neighbor. Me and you are Hebrews, and we serve one God. But I hear that someone is coming after you. I have to put my emotions and my anger that I have for you aside and come warn you. Say, yo, man, these guys I'm hearing, they're coming after you. Listen, if I can stop it, I stop it.
That's
Right.
right.
You side with them?
I can't side with them.
Can you side with them?
I can't side with them. I cannot side with them.
Okay, regardless of
Because now God is going to say what? I stood against the blood of my neighbors.
Right.
Tom sheet. What verse we at?
Yeah, verse 17.
Tom sheet.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. So nay, it means to feel intense or passionate dislike for someone.
Okay.
Aversion, deriving from fear, anger, or sense of injury. So what is aversion? Aversion is a feeling to contradict towards something with a desire to avoid. Aversion is a form of hatred.
Yeah.
Tom, see, thou shalt not hate thy neighbor. Read that verse over.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Thy brother in thy heart.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Rebuke thy
And
neighbor.
not suffer sin upon him.
Now, amiteka, it don't mean neighbor. Amiteka means my people. I don't go around rebuking the nations. I rebuke God's people, my people, ones that like me, ones that serve God like me. I rebuke
That's
you.
who it matters to.
Because if I don't rebuke you, then God is going to visit your iniquities upon me. It's my job to rebuke you, and it's your job to rebuke me. We have to show each other where we are going wrong at in these laws, not talk about it. And this is why when we see certain laws being done differently, and it's not according to what we read here in the book, yes, it is my job to come to you and say, yo, I don't think it should be done this way. And it's your decision whether you want to hearken or not listen.
Any wise rebuke that.
Okay? But I'm going to let you know. So yes, we'll have a sit down and I'll show you. You want to agree with it? You don't have to agree with it. But I know I showed you not delivering myself. See?
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any
Thou
grudge.
shalt not avenge. We cannot take vengeance against each other. Right. Tit for tat. You do this for me, I go and do it back to you. No, ain't no tit for tat. When we're dealing with each other, we could take vengeance against the nations.
Yes.
Against the people, against the outside. Tom, see? Now what you said what?
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge.
Nor bear any grudge
against the children
of thy people. A grudge is a feeling of deep-seated resentment, which causes you to maintain a feeling of anger, bitterness towards someone. Resentment is a negative emotional reaction to being mistreated. Okay, Tom Sheik.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. What I don't like for me, I don't do to you. What I don't like said to me, I don't say to you. How I like to be treated, I will treat you. But according to how much a person loves himself, now I know what to expect from him, because he don't even love himself that much. So if he don't love himself that much, why am I expecting some type of divine love from this guy that don't love himself? I can't expect something that's not there. He don't love himself. Don't look for love from him. Don't look for it. Let's read.
Thou shalt keep my statutes.
Thou shalt keep my statutes.
Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind.
Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. The Hebrew word for gender is mixture, hybrid, or crossbreed. And when they work an ass and an ox together, the ox it's not, listen, when scientists discovered when they work these ox and the ass together, the ox breath is so toxic that when he breathes, he kills the other animal. Yes, the breath. Google it. It messes them up. His breath alone, it affects the other animal. Yes, it's a chemical reaction. From the ox. Yes. I had the history of everything written out. I can't find it now. I'll probably go into it later. But yes.
That's why I keep everything.
That's why God said, don't mix them, don't gender them, don't have them working together. The animals oxes work with oxes. His breath ain't gonna affect the other ox. They the same makeup.
Same breath.
This is the same breath.
That's correct.
Tom shit.
That is correct. Thou shalt not sow thy seed with mingled seed.
Thou shalt not sow thy seed with mingled seed. You cannot sow. To sow is to plant. You cannot plant two different types of seeds together. A lot of these fruits is produced through cross-pollination. Yes, most of them. And if you could look them up. You can go into it. Some of these fruits is produced by cross-pollination. You can eat those fruits because God ain't talking about cross-pollination. He's talking about planting. You take two different seeds and plant it together. God said, stay away from that. You don't profane that seed. It's profane. Tom, see?
Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee.
Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. Mixed fabrics. Mixed fabrics. Now, we have a frequency of 100. When we wear 100% material, it matches your body frequency. Right? When we wear mixed fabrics, the frequency of the fabrics decreases. And it has an effect on our bodies. A lot of these things that God tells us not to do, he didn't explain it. He just told us don't do it. It's our job not to ask questions, just to do it. Just to do
like
it
Abraham.
according to what God said.
Like Abraham.
Okay? And with that, I hope everybody has gotten what was bought.
Definitely.
I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom. If anybody have any questions, you can ask the questions. We will be starting tomorrow at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock sharp. I hope everybody got what was bought. But the people need to hear more law. I said the people needs to hear more law. Because we ain't doing too good. We're not doing too good in the eyes of the Lord. Shabbat Shalom, 11 o'clock.
Shabbat Shalom.